Hi everyone, this is Kevin Thorpe. This is a a week 6 update. This is Ollie, my puppy, and let's talk about where we're at for this week. The most important thing at this point is that I have added all of the content for the class so that everything is in there and published and ready to go. If you're taking this course as a graduate student, you'll see at the bottom that there are graduate student additional requirements. That only applies to you if you are taking this as a graduate student. So taking it as DMT511 instead of DMT311. Other things to take note of is we've started the A/B testing, the simulation stuff. The first one is due March 2nd at the night. A good thing is I was able to, when this imports into Stukent, it doesn't bring a due date. I figured out how to add a due date in there. So there are due dates for the different rounds of the simulation. And if you're wanting to know where to find those, if you come into the syllabus, you're going to be able to come in and go down to the bottom, and this is going to have the course summary. And this is the first week where there weren't any dates, where everything is up to date and current for the entire semester. So you'll be able to come in and see where those are, and you'll see round one A/B testing landing page due March 2nd, etc. So those are all the way throughout the semester. And so the important thing you want down, okay, say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye. Okay, down you go. Sorry about that. He has been not being so much of a good boy this morning. So, um, anyway, so that's where we're at. The most important thing to keep track of, I mean, I've set this class up so that you can work ahead. And at this point, you can work ahead as far as you can. The only thing you cannot work ahead on is the discussions. And actually, you can post those discussions, the original post to the discussion, but the due date for responses is fixed. That's because it falls first, your peers have to post their thing, and then you have to do your replies. You've been doing this, you've been seeing this. So that's the only thing that you can't really complete ahead of time. But if we look at this, as we're moving forward, I'm looking for discussion 6 here. Discussion 6, oops, sorry about that. Discussion 6 is the last discussion where you have to reply to your peers. And I see that only has one right there. I've got to fix that, but I'll do that offline. So you'll need to do those. But after discussion 6, so after April 13th, you can be done with this class if you work forward and do everything else. So if you know that you've got a heavy load coming up, you've got spring break coming up in here at the end of week 7, maybe you want to, whatever you need to do. If you're wanting to work ahead, the opportunity is there, and you can be complete in this class theoretically by April 13th. Because that's the last date where you need to interact with your peers. And frankly, you will need to use the data from all 6 of those discussions in assignments that are coming later on. But that's where we're at. Everything is pretty squared away in this class. Things are where they need to be so that you can have that flexibility to work forward. Again, we are in week 6 right now. Week 6 is a heavy week. We've got the end of the ethical considerations of using data. The literature review that you're doing is due at the end of this week. And then you're going to see that it starts kind of slowing down a little bit. So the workload after about week 8, from week 8 on, goes down. That's why we've done some of the weeks have been quite heavy with the workload. And so I get that. I do that so that at the end of the semester, when all your other courses are throwing everything on you, you can be done with this course if you choose to do that, if you choose to work ahead. And there's no reason why you can't do that. So I would encourage you, even if you're a procrastinator, to get all of that stuff done, get it out of the way, get done. The weather's starting to look good. There's sun out. Pretty soon we're going to have temperatures in the 60s, the 70s, and if you're anything like me, you're going to want to be outside for some of that. And this is a way that you can do that. Again, it's flexible so that it can meet your schedule. That's all I have for today. I'm going to go in and fix that date, and then we will, or that the number of replies required, and then I'll be done with that part for the class. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye bye.